This is Jonathan, and I'm coming to you from the Hollywood Hills, the beautiful Laurel Canyon. And today what I'd like to talk to you about is how to get yourself in a better mood when you don't feel like it. Most people don't really like you when you're angry, let's be real here. So let's say you're at work and you're really stressed out, underslept, and you're in a really pissed off mood. And you just so happen to accidentally insult your coworker, or maybe something you do comes across as a bit gruff. They might actually take that personally. They might hear it and think that you don't like them, or they just think that you're they'll quote unquote, and they'll take it personally. Now this sucks, and it does seem a little unfair, I understand that, but this is just the world that we work in. This is the world that we live in. Most people don't like having their beliefs challenged, and they don't like being insulted or criticized a lot of the times. Most people are sensitive, that's just the way that it is. We're all kind of caught up in our egos and our self-image, and when another person comes along and they kind of, have a viewpoint that challenges how we perceive ourselves, if your sense of self is challenged a lot of times, or your belief system is challenged, which is very similar, a lot of times it feels like you're gonna die. There's a great book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. There is a chapter about how you should never criticize or condemn any people. And the author talks about Abraham Lincoln and how he insulted somebody early on. He used to be a very critical person. I mean, he was a very smart guy. When he was a younger man, he criticized one of his opponents by writing I believe it was like a news article insulting this guy. And what happened was this guy got pissed off and challenged Abraham Lincoln to a duel. Basically, they were going to kill each other, or one person was going to get killed just because of this insult. It just goes to show you how sensitive an ego is and how this can drive people to do crazy, irrational things like harming one another over the silliest thing, over words. And what does it stem from? It stems from challenging somebody's belief system or challenging their sense of self. You in your workplace, you're probably not going to get in a duel with your coworker and kill each other, but your coworker might have their feelings hurt, and they might, at that point on, have a grudge against you forever. They might hold this grudge forever just because you had a day where you weren't feeling very good and you got upset and you just kind of rubbed them the wrong way. You just have to be aware of these things. Sometimes you piss people off. Sometimes people will be angry at you for reasons you don't even understand. You don't know what you did. So you have to be perceptive. You have to be kind of aware of the emotional temperature in the room or around the people you talk to, like how they respond to you when you talk to them. Micro expressions like signs of contempt. These are all things that you should be able to pick up on, so you know when somebody doesn't like you for whatever reason. But in general, you want to be in a good mood. People just respond better to you when you are in a friendly mood and you are happy. Going back to the How to Win Friends and Influence People book, he does talk about how his most beloved friend is the dog. The dog is his best friend. It's man's best friend. And why is that? It's because your dog's always happy to see you. You come home and it's like, oh my God, you're home. I love you. I missed you forever. I thought you were never coming back. I was gonna die. That's the vibe that the dog has for you. The dog you could be the biggest piece on earth, but your dog can love you because you feed it. And it's gonna act as though you're amazing because your dog really does love you. And so the author talks about, if you want to make a friend, if you want to just have people like you in general, you should kind of be like the dog, You shouldn't criticize people. You shouldn't even, if you can, you should only have positive emotions around them. Now, if you're faking these positive emotions, it can come across as insincere, which could also be offensive. So really, it helps to actually be happy when you're dealing with people, because then those emotions will rub off on them, and that's good value to them. That can help uplift them, even if they're having a bad day. It's just good. But you need to be able to work yourself into a positive state. That is the key here. And some days, honestly, you're not going to feel like it. And this is a good emotional intelligence thing to understand. When you're not in a good state and you are aware of this, there are a few ways to prepare people around you to not be upset by you. Some people will have thick skins and they'll just accept you for being irate when you are. It's kind of like family, like they fight yet they still love each other. Some relationships in your life will be like that, but a lot of people are sensitive, keep in mind. So if you are kind of in a pissed off state, you could be preemptive about it. You could even tell the person like, man, I'm not doing so well today. I'm feeling a little pissed off because of this thing. And then, so if they do notice some like puckishness, if you're a little bit aggro, they'll understand, and they won't take it personally if you don't seem so positive, or if you seem a little cold or you know, puckish towards them. They understand not to take it personally if they're, you know, a smarter person. But what you could also do is you could just, I don't know, you could be pragmatic about it. Like maybe you didn't have your cup of coffee that morning, right? Or maybe you're low blood sugar, you need to eat. Or maybe you're just underslept, so you need to go run, take a 20-minute nap, come back. Now you're all refreshed. You're like, yeah, you know, what's up, coworker? Hi, how are you doing? Yay, nice to meet you. Yay, how's your mother? And you can charm them again, you know? So you need to be aware of these things. And that brings up another good point about sleep. You know, it's like, you'd be amazed at how many problems you thought were real problems when you're on lack of sleep. How many things you were freaking out about, how much drama you created in your own head when you were just fucking underslept. And you went to sleep and you woke up the next morning only to realize they were all in your head. So sleep hygiene is important. That's a good side note. But another thing you can do to get into a better state, this is a classic Tony Robbins. You can change your psychology by changing your physiology. He says that if you smile for 10 minutes, you will feel happier after 10 minutes. And if you read a comic book strip, there's actually experiments on this, smiling people versus non-smiling people. People smiled for 10 minutes when they read the same comic strip, rated it as funnier because they were just getting their physiology smiling, and their psychology followed suit. Another thing you can do to get into a better state is to do power poses, where you put your hands on your hips and you hold it there for 10 minutes like Superman, and about 10-20 minutes your testosterone will boost up. There's actual scientific evidence that this happens. That's another thing you can do. You can also put your arms up like this. Evidence that blind people who've never seen that gesture in their entire lives, when super overcome with happiness, they put their arms up like that. So when you do it, your brain will follow suit. You could also just dance alone in your room, or just watch some stand-up comedy until you laugh and you get in a better mood. And then, you know, when you're around people, you'll have better energy, and your energy will kind of, you know, transfer onto them. Another tip is just to have friendly, happy people in your life. Also, you could even get a dog. You know, dogs are very happy. They're very good positive vibes. So if you have a lot of loving, happy people in your life, it's going to follow suit. You're going to absorb their characteristics, and you're just going to be a happier, better person to be around. I guess to wrap everything up here, just know that a lot of people on Earth are sensitive. We're all egotistical. It doesn't matter what your status is. Celebrities are sensitive. Homeless people are sensitive. Whatever. I'm sensitive. You're sensitive. And some sensitive even if we hide it. And people generally respond better to you when you're in a good mood, when you're in an uplifting state, and you can make them feel good. You know, people generally respond well to you when you make them feel good. So knowing that, and knowing that we can't always be in a charismatic, happy state, you can be pragmatic about it. You can, when you're not feeling good, you can take steps to get yourself into a better state, feeling better, and it'll have a more positive effect, positive energy on all the people you come into contact with. So take responsibility for your own mood, be pragmatic about it, take the steps you need to get into the right state when necessary. And with that, you'll have a lot more friends in your life. You'll have a lot more people wanting to work with you. You'll have a lot better relationships in general. So with that, thank you very much. This is Jonathan. If you like this content and you want to learn more, please subscribe to my channel. You can find the subscription button below. Mash that. And I hope you have a really nice day. Thank you. Take care.